Welcome back to the show, folks. This is the Upper Tier. I'm your host, Niall. We're back with another morning brew, bringing you all the latest news and headlines from football, the transfer window, any news developments, and anything else going on racely this morning. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, of course. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and of course drop a like on the video. We're going to start with Harry Kane. Lots of news surrounding Harry Kane at the moment. He's returning to pre-season today, sure to have a meeting with Ange Postecoglou, no doubt about that. Let's see what happens there. But Bayern Munich have been in with another bid, somewhere between 70-80 million. That bid has also been rejected. PSG have also entered the fray, look like they're interested, as well as this whole situation with Mbappe and Neymar and Messi out the door and all this thing happens. Spurs have also planning on preparing a new contract for Harry Kane, somewhere in the region of 400,000 has been reported. Massive money to keep the guy at the club. And of course United as well, hanging on and clutching on. Hopefully they're trying to be able to do a deal as well, but pending on the Qatari takeover and stuff like that. Looks like it's not going to arrive in time for this window, but who knows, they may be tempted to go back in January if a deal hasn't been made. So let us know your thoughts on this. Harry Kane at the moment, absolutely crazy at the minute. My thinking at it is that he ain't going to move. I think he's going to stay at Spurs. He's going to take that big contract offer and he's going to continue with the norm and see how the Ange Postecoglou era develops and unfolds. Other information with Spurs at the moment: Manor Solomon has gone in there on a free. Shakhtar threatening legal action. Still has to get clearance. A lot of stuff falling out of this based on the Ukrainian war and stuff like that, where players' contracts were cancelled and stuff like that, and all sorts of stuff going on there. So Shakhtar feeling fairly hard done by, probably looking for a bit of compensation and stuff like that. But let's see what unfolds there. But at the moment he's going into Spurs on a free. Did a reasonable job last year at Fulham, came in, got injured and stuff like that, but once he came back looked like he showed some of his quality that he has. Let us know your thoughts on that one as well. Man United have headed out to Oslo. Their first pre-season game is on today, I think, kicking off around 4 p.m. against Leeds. But lots of issues there at the moment. Huge frustration for Ten Hag at the moment as the takeover just continues to roll on and on and on. Talk coming out about Ratcliffe that if he doesn't get United he might switch to Barcelona and all this kind of thing. He's beginning to wonder at one stage, does he actually want Man United? He's been linked with trying to get so many other clubs and stuff like that. Certainly it's heading towards the way of Qatar by the looks of things, but still no announcement. And when there's no announcement, the anxiety rolls on, and it's very difficult then for Ten Hag to do what he wants to do in the market in terms of getting players out and getting players in once that uncertainty still lies there. Let's see what happens, but it'll be interesting to see. You've seen the squad that was announced yesterday heading over to Leeds and stuff like that, so you can see the volume of work that still has to be done in that squad. I know a number of international players and stuff haven't come back yet. They are due to come back, but let's see what happens there when you look at that squad that's gone over there. Still a lot of work to be done for Ten Hag in that situation. We also know the share price has dipped down around the $23 again from 25. Is this the market kind of finding itself again after the wave of announcements that were due and all the other information that was put out there by Bloomberg and the information coming out of Qatar and stuff like that? Again, are we looking at a little bit of market manipulation there and stuff like that, and is the share price finding its actual level again? Let's see what happens there. Normally when the share price dips down like that, it means that there's no major announcements on the way. So there's no real speculation, which means this is just going to roll on and on. Let's see what happens. Also a little bit of United news. Edwin van der Sar, obviously announcement came out yesterday that obviously he had that bleeding on the brain and people were very worried over the weekend. Everyone's sending their best wishes for him, but it's come out now that it's not life threatening, which is great news, and hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery. Edwin van der Sar, what a keeper he was for United. Everton, something that Everton fans will not be getting very pumped up about, sure. But it looks like Ashley Young is going to go in there and sign for them as well. They're also looking at a deal to bring in Shane Long, and also they're interested in bringing in Elanga from Man United. This is not going to excite Everton fans at all. I think Everton are going to be in serious trouble again this season. But they're not the kind of signings that will get you jumping out of your seat. But let's see what happens. Newcastle targeting Harvey Barnes, of course. 35 million is the deal. Looks like it's pretty close, but United have now also lodged an interest in him. So it'll be interesting to see, could the boy's head be turned or something? Would he want to go to Man United, or is he going to follow through and go to Newcastle? I think Newcastle would be a fantastic move for Harvey Barnes under Eddie Howe. I think he'd be sensational up there. Christian Pulisic, as the Chelsea revamp continues. Christian Pulisic is in Milan at the moment. Medical is booked. 20 million deal on the table there, heading to AC Milan. Probably a good move for the boy. His time at Chelsea just hasn't been great at all. He's been plagued with injury after injury and stuff like that, and struggled to really, lay down roots and put a foundation there really at Chelsea Football Club. So maybe a change is exactly what he needs, and AC Milan might be the place for him to go. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Chelsea are also continuing their work on Caicedo. This deal is ramping up all the time, week in, week out. It's just getting more and more money and stuff like that. And when does it get to a point where Chelsea walk away and go, this is not where we should be? The talk from Brighton at the moment now is up around 100 million. They're also looking at bringing in Vlahovic off Juventus, Dusan. So let's see what happens there, but a lot of that will hinge around what happens with Lukaku. We know Inter Milan are due to come in with another bid, potentially, that Chelsea might accept, and if that means then they could move on. It doesn't look like he has an appetite to go to Juventus. It looks like he wants to stay at Inter. If he's staying on the continent, he's definitely not coming back to Chelsea. He didn't report back for pre-season training and all, which was expected. But if they can get him out the door and get a reasonable deal there, they might move quickly for the Juventus man. They've also been linked with Federico Chiesa as well. We spoke about it on the Liverpool update as well, how we've been watching that situation as well, pending what happens with Mo Salah. If anything was to happen there, or a move was to happen there, we need to move quickly in that case. And then just rounding out this morning's news, again, not a lot happening. A lot of pieces in the jigsaw having to be moved around and all to make other things happen and stuff. A lot of clubs are waiting and watching to see what's going to happen and stuff like that. But we should get some information coming through this week with a number of signings being booked and stuff like that. We know that Arsenal have now signed Jurrien Timber now, which is another very good signing for them. They're really laying down a marker for this season. But we round out with the James Milner Lactate Test Awards. As we know, each season James Milner tends to win this award at Liverpool as being the fittest boy on the panel. But yesterday they did their lactate testing, and Mo Salah won his group, and Dominic Szoboszlai won his group as well. So interesting, the new lad is in looking super fit, and Mo Salah, as we would expect. We've seen Jordan Henderson as well looking extremely fit and trim, fired up for the new season as well. And the potential future captain as well, Trent Alexander-Arnold, coming back, no dreadlocks, trimmed down, looking like the Trent of old when he was collecting all those medals. Made the comment yesterday that fresh new haircut, fresh start, ready to go. That's what we want to hear from our boy Trent Alexander-Arnold. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, folks. Let us know what your club is doing. That's most of the news that's out there at the moment. Again, it seems to be dragging along between the takeover, Harry Kane's situation, Lukaku's situation, what Chelsea is doing. Lots of moving parts at the moment and stuff like that, but eventually they're all going to come together and we're going to start getting announcement, done deals, and here we go, one after the other, boom, boom, boom. Let's see how the day progresses and the rest of the week. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you again real soon.